All right, guys, I'm going to talk about another two single candlestick pattern. So here I'm going to talk about spinning tops. So basically, this is a single candlestick pattern, but the real body of this pattern can either be bearish or bullish. It doesn't make any difference. The main thing is the body has to be very small and the shadow or tailor wick. You remember? I say this part of the candle or this part of the candle. Look in the right side. So these are called tail, wick, or shadow. You can call anything. And if you are reading about candles somewhere on any other blog on internet, you can also find that some websites call bearish candles as the filled candle because this is filled with the black color, and they call bullish candles as the hollow candle. So if you see these terms, hollow candle or filled candle, you should know that they are talking about a bullish or a bearish candle. All right. So this was the general information I wanted to include in this, but I'm going to talk about the spinning top here. So if you look at any candle which is looking like this, or which is filled black, so to make it rather more comprehensive, I'm going to fill it with the black color. So this is black, and let's say this is also black. So this is a spinning top, this is a spinning top. Sometimes people are confused because internet articles write like spinning tops, so they think that this is a dual candlestick pattern and there are two candles in this pattern and the two candles should appear. No, this is a single candlestick pattern and this bullish or bearish candle can appear. So main point of this candle pattern is long wicks. For example, let's go to lower left side of our chart here. So you see this candle. This is a very good example of a spinning top. This is appearing at the bottom. Sometimes it is really confusing why we call it top. So it's not about where on the chart it is appearing, whether it is appearing after a downtrend at the bottom of the downtrend, or it is appearing after an uptrend at the top of the uptrend. The name of this candle is spinning top. So this is spinning top. It basically shows that there was a struggle between buyers and sellers. That's why market made wicks to the upside and downside, but it closed very near to the opening price. So it opened here, then it closed here. So this shows indecision. And if you are into a short position, you must be careful that this trend may end because this is showing that the price is in indecision. So further price development is certainly going to depend on any further fundamental or fundamental or economic factor. So this is about this uh, spinning top. Now let's talk about very similar pattern. Real body, the color of real body, it doesn't matter much. So even if it was white, let's say small white body, which is of course a small bullish body, that that would also give the same indication. For example, look at this one. This is also an example of spinning top. So this basically shows indecision in the market. So if someone who was in the, let's say, uh, buy trade, and then he has to be careful. Anyway, this candle already formed showing something else, but I'm not talking about this candle pattern here. So let's erase this. I'm talking specifically about this candle here. So this is also spinning top. Spinning top, any candle like this simply shows indecision in market. You have to be careful if you are already into long or short position, you have to exit the market, and then you have to look for the further price development according to the any upcoming economic fundamental or any other technical factor. So that's all about the spinning top. There is a similar candle pattern which is called doji. So they are pretty similar to spinning top, but doji candle in size, total size, are very small compared to the average candle size. They are less than even half of the average candle size on any chart. So they will look like this. This can be a doji, and real body in case of doji is negligible. Price opens and close at the same price. So this can be a doji, this can be a doji candle, this can be a doji candle, this can also be a doji candle. So they name it differently. For example, this is called long-legged doji, and this is called dragonfly because it's looking like that. This is called like some stone, tombstone or something. This is called four leg where there is no wick. This appears. I mean, this generally doesn't appear in forex market. You will always see wick in a candle, but once in a blue moon it may happen. So just for the purpose of theoretical understanding, I'm including this. So these are the doji candles. Doji candles also show that the market is in indecision, but they are smaller in size. For example, if I go here in the chart, let's go here. So these candles are like spinning top, spinning top. This is not a spinning top, something similar to spinning top. The main idea of calling them spinning top is that there has to be significant wicks upside as well as to the downside, even though the wicks shouldn't be uh, equal to each other, but the body must be even. I mean, there can be a smaller wick, there can be a bigger wick, but the body must be even smaller than the wick. But here the case is slightly different. So this is, but yeah, these kind of candles are kind of like almost similar. They show that the market is indecision. But if I want to give you a rather better example of doji, here we have a doji. This is a long-legged doji, and the total size of this candle is kind of smaller. It should have been even smaller to be even better doji, because if you look at the recent candle size, these were the recent candle size. So this is kind of like 60% of the size of the candle. So there is, I mean, you cannot find a perfect doji or something like that, but these candles are looking like doji. So these are the doji candles. They also say the same thing, that the market is in indecision and you have to exit the market from whatever position you have, and then you'll have to wait for the further price development according to upcoming market condition. So that's all. But there is one thing which I want to add. If a doji is appearing lower than a bearish candle after close of the day, if we are talking about this daily time frame, look at the upper left corner. This time frame is daily time frame. See this. So let's say previous day was for example, here previous day was closed, and this candle, even though this is not doji because there was a body of this size, this is actually is a spinning top, but this opened and closed below this. So market actually opened below the previous day closing price, but it didn't make any progress to the downside. In that kind of scenario, even if it's not a perfect doji, even if it is something very similar to a spinning top, right, it actually give you the indication of reversal, and you have seen that the market reversed gradually and it went to this point. So that's all about the doji and spinning tops, uh, and it can happen even in case of like bullish direction. For example, if any candle, let's say market was going up and up and up, and let's say uh, my a candle open here. So if a candle opens with a gap, then you'll see market opening above the closing price or below the closing price, and then if it makes a spinning top or dozy, then it shows that even the market opened with the gap, no further uh, no further continuation could take place in the market. So let's say if market made a dozy here on the chart like this, then open above the previous closing price, new opening is above, but it didn't continue to the upside. So it means there was no force for the continuation. So there has to be some downward retracement. But I'm just assuming here because it didn't happen here. I couldn't find that kind of example in that case, but this was a very good example of reversal indication. So that's all about the doji and spinning top. So basically, what you need to do is to understand the price action. It's not about remembering the name, whether it's spinning top or dozy or dragonfly dozy or tombstone or long-legged or four or abracadabra dozy. Main thing is to understand the price action. That's all. Thank you for watching.